Hello, my name's Paula, and I'm a retired head teacher of a primary school in Hertfordshire, England. Um, it was a brilliant job, loved working with children, and Christmas time is a time that reminds me of them. I think it's one of the best times to be in school. The children are so excited, waiting to see Father Christmas, excited because they know things are happening at home. There's secrecy going on, there are presents being bought, decorations, etc., and of course the tree. In school, the children make Christmas cards to take home to their parents. They make decorations. They usually take part in a Christmas play, maybe as a narrator or an actor, etc. Every child in the school would take part in something. And one of the great traditions in the school, because it was a Catholic school, was on the end of term, on the last day, we would have Christmas carols around the tree by candlelight. This was something that everybody looked forward to, the parents, the staff, and once the children had experienced it for the first time, they looked forward to it as well. We always had a huge tree in school, in the entrance hall, and it was that wow factor when the children came in. Beautiful decorations, beautiful lights, gifts under the tree. And they would pass it by every day, looking at it. And then on the last day of term, we would move the Christmas tree into the great hall where we had our assemblies, and it was a huge room where everyone could gather. And we would lift it up and put it up high on a table, so it was even more majestic than previously. And on the tables around the tree, all the adults would light candles and close the curtains, so creating this really lovely atmosphere for the children to come into. Something that you wouldn't normally have children, darkness and candles, but it was extremely well supervised. The children would walk in a line from their class, and the youngest children, the teacher would lead them in a circle around the tree. So they made the first circle, the next class would make the next circle around the tree, until the whole school was in there in anticipation. Right at the back, the parents would circle around. And I would say on that day, the majority of the parents would attend. We had a pianist, and she would play beautiful twinkly music, Christmassy music, as the children gathered. And then when everyone was assembled, we would begin. Now, you can imagine all those children, 240 we had in the school, all little tiny children, all gathered around the tree. The candlelight reflected in their faces, and I would say that listening to children sing, especially singing Christmas carols, it just melts your heart. But for the parents to see the beauty of the tree, the lights, the children singing, it was quite an emotional time for the parents. So they would go through the whole repertoire of all the carols and some of the songs that they'd sung for their Christmas play, and we would always end with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," a very, very traditional carol. Words in it would have to be explained to the children, like figgy pudding and things like that. But, they loved singing it, and it was quite a rousing finale. And at the end, they would wish each other Happy Christmas and then be dismissed and go home with the excitement of the Christmas holidays, 2 weeks off school, Father Christmas coming, presents, lovely food, and all the things to look forward to. Now, I would say that, history is something that we look back on in our lives, and especially traditions. And I think creating that Christmas carols by candlelight tradition for the youngest children, say from the age of 3, they would have taken part in it. So they would know what to expect the next year and be anticipating it. So in their history, they will remember when they're much older, oh, when I was at school, we always used to sing Christmas carols around the tree. And that was really for us at the beginning of the Christmas season. So I'm really delighted that I know the school have continued that tradition, and they'll be doing it on Friday this week. So really looking forward to that, and looking forward to singing lots of carols this Christmas. And that's my story.